You're so anal.
Oh, I'm a bit OCD too.
Just smoke a joint and chill.
So if I move this, does this bother you?
Haha, this is the best one.
Oh, I'm a bit OCD too.
I'm a bit like, yeah, I just got the O. Does that not really annoy your OCD? Oh, that's making me really OCD. I feel really OCD about that. It drives me fucking insane.
I'm a little bit obsessive compulsive disorder. If you actually say it in full, it doesn't make sense.
You're either particular or you have a mental illness.
It's like there's two people kind of fighting and one's going, that's totally ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
of course that's not going to happen. Of course that bad thing's not going to happen. And the other one's like,
No,
what if?
go
What
and go back and check.
I know it's illogical,
Yes.
but I still have to do it, or have to do it. And I think that's the hardest bit to describe to people.
Just have like this really intense feeling that I'm just like, that I'm a danger to everyone I know.
There's nothing glamorous, there's nothing funny, there's nothing quirky about that. It's horrible.
It's hell.
You're so anal.
Isn't that a question you ask someone on a third date?
Probably I'm a bit anal, to be honest, but isn't everyone?
I'm meticulous by personality, anyway. I'm not meticulous because of OCD.
I think that's a better term for what you're classing as your OCD, is being a bit anal.
Like saying to someone who's depressed, like, oh, you're such a downer. Or
Yeah, it's like, oh, you know, like, oh, you're such a whiny bitch. You know, you wouldn't say it.
How many times a day do you wash your hands?
Enough to make them bleed, cracked, raw, painful, and whenever I go for a shit.
It was never a case of like, right, they need to be washed 100 times a day and I'll feel absolutely fine, wicked, great news. It was always a case of, no, I need to wash it in this certain order for it to be fine.
When I worked in a hotel, I had to wash my hands constantly, because they didn't want to get germs on the glasses. They'd be like, you've killed them, what are you doing?
I could see that my hands were clean, but it was sort of like a mental contamination, like they didn't feel clean and the bad thoughts hadn't gone, and so I needed to consistently do this, like washing rituals.
You know, I don't have OCD things about cleaning, but even if I did, that wouldn't be because I enjoyed it. It would be because I have horrible intrusive thoughts that if I don't do the cleaning, then you know, I don't feel they're going to go away.
2, 3, 4. And then,
Does it look like a dance?
Yeah.
In fairness.
Finger dance.
To be fair, yeah, that's like the worst club dance I've ever fucking seen.
Do you like odd or even numbers?
Well, 69 is my favourite number.
I don't like any fucking numbers. Mine's to do with numbers. All numbers piss me off.
You'll turn the TV up and you'll put it on like 21 and they're like, you can't have an odd number.
Yeah.
Why? It doesn't bother me.
Well, actually, I like even numbers and I like multiples of 5.
But I'd always have to say it in like 5, so like no.
There'll be multiples of 8 that'll be on my brain for sort of like a month, and then I'll sort of like think, oh, you know, I'm doing all right with that now, and then it'll be the 7s come in, and it'll be the 12s come in.
I think more generally, it's like assuming people with OCD have this thing with numbers, where like, I think when you look at it, it goes so much deeper than just odd or even.
So if I move this, does this...
I know what the end of the sentence is. Does it bother you?
Only if you stick it up my arse.
They'll watch the way I talk, they'll watch the way I hold a pen, they'll watch the way I'll like, anything I do, they'll be looking at me like, that was OCD, wasn't it? You're like, it's not fucking OCD, mate. That's just how I do stuff.
These BuzzFeed things all the time that say like 20 things that will really annoy you if you've got OCD, and these people commenting being like, oh my God, it's so annoying. Yeah, it really sets off my OCD.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me, and I think for a lot of people it wouldn't bother them. But for some people, it will cause them huge amounts of anxiety. And why would you want to do that to someone? That's just really mean.
it must be hard to date.
Yeah.
It's hard to date anyway, let alone have OCD on top of it.
You don't want to bring it up immediately because, way to sort of like kill someone.
Way to bring the vibe down.
I do sometimes generally bring it up, like the number thing.
Get it in early doors.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I love that top you're wearing. I've got OCD, by the way.
Speed dating, not long ago, and I completely lied about everything, because I thought, obviously she knows I'm a bit like, oh, a bit of that, and she might think, oh no, thank you.
Like, I went for a period where I would just get smashed and sleep around because it just took away all of the worries of dating.
You should never hide it, you should tell
But
people
it's hard to
straight
tell
away.
someone in 2 minutes on speed dating.
No, it's not.
OCD, huh?
Well, nobody is normal. Nothing is normal.
Everyone's fucked up underneath.
Yeah, like...
If somebody offered to take my OCD away, I'd give it to them on a plate, like, you know, have it.
It makes me have to change the way I live my life to the point where everything is a bit worrisome.
Everyone's got their own pathway to get better, and I think that took a long time for me to realise, and as soon as I did, that was when things started getting better.
I had therapy and I went on medication, and I met other people with OCD, and I got better, and now I think I live a normal life. Like my OCD still is there, and I'm still working at it every day to try and get rid of it completely.
It's all about accepting like that stuff isn't going to be perfect.
Yeah.
So I think that's to a great extent what OCD is.
Imagine going to a theme park and then someone coming up to you going, you can't go on any of these rides, and you see everyone else having loads of fun. I think that's a great example. It's like you're in a little bubble. Someone's going, should you go on that ride? You can't go on it.
But then
It's like you're there, but you're not there. That's how
But we can go on the log flume together.
No, you can't go on anything. Yeah, should I explain this again to her?